Now, I drove another 100 kilometers today, but I don't think you care about that. Death penalty. Death penalty has been making its rounds on Twitter, and because my input is so important, I'm gonna put it out there. Now, I think arguing for or against death penalty is both an uphill battle because there's always reasons why you shouldn't or should just kill people because they did bad things, right? And obviously, one of the big ones for you shouldn't have death penalty is like, oh, there's always times where the guy is innocent. They do death penalty anyways. He's dead. He's buried. There's no bringing him back. The case is overturned. Well, too bad. He's gone. Uh, I mean, that will always happen, right? Because definitive proof of something is extremely hard to get, and if that's the prerequisite to like death penalty, then there will be very little death penalties because it's very hard to get definitive proof on something. I think even if they require definitive proof, there's still gonna be like just certain events or certain stuff that like goes through, right? I mean, it's just not a very effective way of doing it, right? And obviously, the reason for death penalty is there's some people that are just bad. There's some people that are just crooked to the core. They're just not suitable for life, you know? They are probably mass murderers. They're like serial killers, shooting up schools, whatever, right? I mean, in a sort of a twisted way that they deserve to die for what they have done, right? And um, I don't actually think. I mean, there's probably data online that proves or disproves what I'm saying right now. So go do your own research if you want to do this. Because I didn't do any research. I just searched it up online and was like, oh, I read like the titles of the articles. Is that death penalties don't actually discourage people from doing crimes that often result in death penalty. It's it still happens to the same degree. And I mean, to a certain extent, that may be true because my country there's death penalties, and most of the people that are given death penalties are people that sell drugs, drug dealers. And as long as you have above a certain amount of drugs on you and you're a drug dealer, you're instantly killed. GG. Goodbye. Is it really effective? Well, there's still drugs, right? There's still drugs and everything. So I don't know. I mean, I think actual crime rate going down is like related to how strict you are with your regulations and how invasive the government is in your life, right? Because if there's cameras everywhere, well, it's much harder to do a crime because you get caught on camera all the fucking time, right? But like in America, obviously, that's a different story. So whatever. I don't know. Personally, I think death penalty is still a thing. I think should be considered because there's some people that are just so bad that killing them just feels good. Okay, that sounds really bad, but I mean, I think that's true, right? Because, especially because if you think about if the victims are your own family, like, you probably feel better if the guy is gone, right? So he can't do any more harm, right? So yeah, I think that's basically my points. Pretty fucking basic, if I say so myself. Probably another filler arc, but it is what it is. Maybe I'll talk about something more interesting tomorrow, like Taylor Swift AI or something.